This is around the time where, Jesus is starting his ministry, okay? And it's right after the Sermon on the Mount, and I just kind of want to focus on chapter 8, but this is where he starts, performing some of the miracles. And Matthew chapter 8, I'm just going to kind of read some of the beginning verses, but it says, large crowds are following Jesus, right? This is at the beginning of his ministry. And it says, suddenly a man with leprosy approached him and knelt before him. Lord, the man said, if you are willing, you can heal me and make me clean. Jesus reached out and touched him, and he said, I am willing. Be healed, and instantly the leprosy disappeared. Okay, but the key words here is suddenly a man with leprosy approached him and knelt before him. So he knew, hey, I have a health condition, leprosy, within the time. He was feeling, helpless, and going through whatever situation, whether it's also physical and mental, but he reached out for help. Okay. And then we go into verse 5. When Jesus returned to Capernaum, a Roman officer came and pleaded with him, Lord, my young servant lies in bed, paralyzed and in terrible pain. Jesus said, I will come and heal him. Of course, it turns out that this Roman officer had so much faith that he said, oh, no, you don't even need to come to my house. My house is not worthy for you to come, for you to even enter. Just tell me that he's going to be healed, and he will be healed. And that's exactly what happened, right? But they're coming to him. And I'm going to keep, sharing some of these. In chapter 9, where Jesus says Jesus heals a paralyzed man, some people brought to him a paralyzed man on a mat. Seeing their faith, Jesus said to the paralyzed man, be encouraged, my child. Your sins are forgiven. And then it says, a little scriptures down, it says 6. It says, then Jesus turned to the paralyzed man and said, stand up, pick up your mat and go home. And the man jumped and went home. And we're going to keep going. Verse 18, as Jesus was saying this, the leader of a synagogue came and knelt before him. My daughter has just died, but you can bring her back to life again if you just come in and lay hands on her. And while he's going on his way to heal Jairus' daughter, who appears? The bleeding woman. And so she comes and touches his cloak to be healed. So there's several healings that take place. The last one I want to share real quick. It says, after Jesus left the girl's home, 2 blind men followed along behind, shouting, Son of David, have mercy on us. They were right into the house where he was staying, and Jesus asked them, do you believe I can make you see? Yes, Lord, they told him, we do. He touched their eyes, and because of your faith, it will happen, and they were healed. And so as I'm reading just these snippets, the reason I wanted to read these snippets is because
all of them,
what
do they have in common?
What do they have in common?
Faith.
They have faith. Number one, absolutely. They have faith. They've been hearing about this man and the miracles that he had been performing. That is one. But see, faith requires action, right? So do you believe? Do you have the belief that you can get better? And that's the difference maker, is putting action behind that faith and reaching out and saying, I need help.